Yes.
How
Well-
does one make a video like this?
First, we must eat a plate of nachos.
Eat a plate of nachos? We already ate though.
Not nachos.
Uh-huh.
We are incapable of making a serious video.
We really are. Mostly because it's weird. It's not a weird video. It's only weird because, well,
Because I'm here. Let's be honest.
I'm done with you. Now, on the internet, I've seen so many YouTubers that are gay or queer or whatever have a coming out video, which is great, but I never wanted to do that because I never knew how to. So, and that's when I was just gay, I guess, just
queering it up out in the streets.
yeah, pretty much. Well, I guess that's when I was just pansexual.
And you're a little baby.
Little baby gay? Okay, we're just gonna go with that. But now it's kind of, I guess, evolved into something more that I think it's actually needed to come out because a lot of people are probably gonna ask once I get a more audience. Whenever that's gonna happen, don't know. But then I don't have to make another video. So I guess this video, it's technically for both of us. But this video is gonna be, well, it's pretty much two videos in one because we're gonna be coming out and then talking about, I guess, our struggles with it.
Yes.
So we have a ton of them. And we just don't feel like making two separate videos because we don't know how to talk about anything.
Serious, anyway.
Yeah. So, I guess, I don't know. I hate this. Okay, well, I don't know if any of you guys actually guessed or not, but we are both transgender.
We'll just stick with trans.
Trans? Okay, we're both trans. And we're the FTM ones. What?
I just imagine going into the store and buying an FT.
I'm done with you.
Sorry.
And, well, I don't know. We're
about halfway out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's called. Halfway out, because I have came out to my father and my stepmother. And they haven't... I came out to my father mostly. Because he usually tells her. But I don't think it's ever happened because, one, they don't acknowledge it. So every time we go to their house, we're both girls. And we get called girls. And it hurts a lot, but I can't be mad at my stepmom. Honestly, because I have no idea if she even, knows. In any way. But I can be mad at my dad, but it's hard to be mad at my dad because he's been there for me a lot. But I did come out to my, I guess, a real mom. I don't know how to... I don't like that saying, real mom or stepmom or whatever. But she fully supports and goes by the pronouns. Well, the pronouns that are easier. Because I'm actually non-binary. What is it?
Trans non-binary, I believe.
Okay.
I might be wrong. Do not quote me on anything.
I guess we're not technically new because we've been out to each other for 2 years.
A year and a half.
Year and a half. But we haven't been... This is so hard.
We haven't been out to other people. I think the longest we've been out to anybody, which is your mother, is a year.
Yeah.
And it really hasn't made much of a difference as far as, like Jordan said, with interacting with anybody.
No, because we had a job that we were both at. We both worked same shift, same everything, and we had told them about it. And at that time, we both went by different names. Because,
My birth name is Amber. It's kind of feminine, and it doesn't fit me at all. So when I was about 12, I came up with another name, which is Blaine. And when we started working at this job, I asked them if I could have that rather than being called Amber and being misgendered all the time, because it's obviously a feminine name.
and when I worked there, I was still going through the process of actually if I wanted to change my name. But I went as Colin for a little bit, and it just kind of, I was trying to hide it from my family, because I was still trying to figure out if I actually wanted to. But they went into the store, so when my name tag said it, I had to hide it all the time. And I guess they figured it out or whatever. Well, my dad figured it out. And he just, to me, he wasn't accepting of it. He didn't say, oh, I'll try, or oh, whatever. He didn't say the certain words or whatever. I don't know. Certain words that made me feel like he would accept it. But I did give it some thought and kind of thought it was hard for me to change and even like it. So I decided to stay with my name, which is what's on the channel. Because it's a gender neutral name, and I haven't seen any other person actually stay with their name. Never seen it. And it'd be nice to know someone that actually kept their name, just to see how it felt. And I thought maybe if I kept my name, it would be easier for my family to transition.
To transition with you into...
Yeah. But they haven't really tried. My mom has actually tried, because she said... What she said that made me kind of feel better, like she's actually going to try, is that it's gonna be harder for her to see me as a guy than
Me.
Blaine, because we've been together for 2 years, and at that time it was like a year and a half. So I understood that. I was like, that's perfectly fine. At the time it was 19, 18, whatever.
19.
Yeah, been a girl for 19 years to her. I'm not gonna expect you to be like, oh yes, I'm a guy. Even though I've shown that tendency so long. Didn't even realize. I did realize, but it was marked as tomboy. I don't know.
Tomboy. Well, it's hard because, well, growing up with me, there was no gender roles. I grew up, my mother was single the entire time. I never had a dad. She did everything a father would have done. So I never saw, like, this is what's masculine, this is what's feminine, because she wore makeup, she did her nails, but she was also down in the dirt, getting dirty, fixing things, out fixing the car, doing home improvement things all the time, and she always told us, it doesn't matter, you don't need a guy to do these things for you, you figure out how to do it on your own. It doesn't matter if you're a woman and you need to know how to fix something, you're perfectly capable of doing that. The same thing with a guy. You don't need a woman to come and clean up after you. And that's kind of how I grew up, so I never really associated anything with the way I was acting with being masculine or anything. I just didn't feel comfortable being referred to as a girl. So I tried to avoid everything that was me being named, basically. It wasn't like avoiding makeup or anything, which I did, but it wasn't because it was feminine, it was because it was painting my face. I couldn't stand to have stuff on my face.
Yeah, no, I was the same way. I tried it in middle school. And no. And it is not for me.
And it's not a problem if it is. Like, it's
No, 'cause I'm pretty sure there's trans people that are
yeah. And it's
girl to guy or whatever that wears makeup. It's just not for us. And we live with someone that we haven't can't come out to, so we're still living as girls. But to be honest, I'm at the point that I don't see myself as one anymore. Which I guess that's a good thing. But we both started new jobs, separate jobs, that we both told them what we go by.
And so far, they're both honoring the whole preferred our pronouns.
Yeah, but I have a lot of people that accidentally do it but correct themselves.
So that's whenever we get.
Yeah, but I just don't understand. To me, I don't look like one anymore. I just don't see what other people see in me to make it look like that I am. I know I wear a binder.
Yeah, and
That's like a bra, I guess. Like the shape of it. But I don't think it makes me look like it. I don't know. It might be my voice, but I also have a lower voice than a lot of girls that I thought. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I do.
No, I'm the one with the high-pitched voice.
I don't even know where this video is going at this point.
Into the toilet. Probably gonna be deleted.
No.
Talking about how masculine we are, and we have this colorful heart.
Well, that's the thing. We're not. At least I'm not.
We're not toxic masculine. We're not gonna be. Well, like I said, I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised, you have to be like this to be a guy. You have to be like this to be a girl.
Well, even with me being a tomboy with my sister, I still played with Barbies. I had wrestlers too, but I just still played with Barbies. I had a big Barbie house. Might have thrown my wrestlers into the house, but
Well, like.
But it was never forced. Any of the gender rules. At least I think. I never forced. I still clean the house. I still don't like the fact that sometimes when my stepfamily came in, they had 3 boys. 3 boys? Yeah.
You know how many brothers you have.
3 boys, and when that came along, my dad always wanted to include me into stuff because he knew how I was. I was always into working things. I don't know. It just seemed like once they came along and it just seemed like it was mostly let the boys do it or whatever, and it hurt.
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't know it hurt in the way I know that it hurt now, but I know it does. And even though that I can't do some of the lifting that I know that they can do, just because I am not that strong and I do have arthritis in both of my wrists. I know I can't do it, but it's still knowing that they won't even ask or anything. I don't know.
That was something that was hard to get used to going into working. Nearly all of my jobs that I got were for cisgender guys. That sounds weird. It sounds like I was a male stripper or something. I was a stalker, so I was lifting a lot of heavy things. And I had so many people say, don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself because you're going to hurt your female organs. I don't lift with my vagina, I'm sorry. I don't. Just like guys don't lift with their penises. Not that that makes you male or female, but if we're talking about organs and anything to do with muscles, that has nothing to do with anything. Doesn't matter if you're female or male, you can lift, you can work, it's not going to kill you. And I have met so many cisgendered guys that can't lift things. I mean, it's part of the toxic masculinity where if you can't be buff and strong and do all this stuff, you're not a guy. Or you're not a man enough. You're not man enough. And that's where Jordan and I are kind of opposites. I'm a lot more brute. I'll just call it brute strength. Because I do like to throw things around. But I don't remember where I was going with this.
Well, you're the one that does all the lifting, and we have a dog, so a very, I don't know what the, she's a very child dog, so she needs a lot of care, but we've had to change so many things. We've had to
build and...
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't like doing any of that. Unless it's like for my entertainment. Like building a wrestling ring or building I don't know. Something. That sounds so self-centered, I know. But I don't like heavy lifting because it really hurts. Like my wrists are like the weakest little dainty wrist in the world, even though my hand is huge.
I know, like, compared to our hands, my hands are tiny.
Mm. But it's just, I don't like doing any of that.
And that's not a problem. But people view it as a problem.
Yeah.
And it's annoying. Particularly whenever, like, for instance, when I'm talking about, like, there were cisgendered guys that everyone thought could do my job better because I was, at the time, a girl.
With long hair, too.
Yes, very long hair. So they would, which I was bigger than the guys. I always have been. I've always been stocky built. In fact, I really don't look anything like a girl. I sound like one. But, so it was obvious that physically I can do these things, but because I was a girl, I couldn't, for some reason. But yet this toothpick guy, they assumed could, but more often than not would hurt himself trying to do these things. Because they thought because he was a guy he could do it, and because I was a girl I couldn't. Which hurt a lot. Because there's nothing more than wanting to work really hard and prove that you're a good worker, that you're strong, and that you're capable of doing all these things, only to be told, no, you're a girl. Let's get these big, strong guys in here to do it. Don't hurt yourself. I mean, don't hurt yourself if you're a guy either. Yeah. Practice safe lifting. Everybody.
This is not that kind of video.
Yes, it is.
No, this video's all over the place.
And that's my fault.
Hmm?
I said, and that's my fault. You can really see my scar. I'm sorry.
Pretty much this video was just us coming out and talking about that we're like less than halfway out because we haven't came out to the main people that we're supposed to. And no, we're not on T. We're wanting to be.
We're pre-everything.
Yeah.
Except reminders.
Well, yeah. We have binders. We've been binding for a year and a half. So, that's pretty much what the video was. And I'm not good at serious videos because I never know where to start or when to start talking about certain things. That's why we make funny videos, but...
This is something that seemed like it needed to be made.
Yeah. And I am wanting to do more videos like this, or we are.
Yes. We
just
eventually want to track our transition, is the word I'm thinking. So whenever we finally find a gender therapist and they're able to get our...
Let's just say we live in a state that's horrible at that.
Yes. And it's only getting worse.
Tell me about it.
So much worse. I'm just glad that as of right now we both work in a rather welcoming
like Skittles.
I know you like Skittles.
And they finally came out with the freaking lime ones again.
Yes.
Now you know how gay I am.
You know why? Because Jordan has eaten nothing but the rainbow.
I don't know. This state is horrible. Maybe we should somehow contact Ty. He lives in a state near us.
I thought you put a Skittle in my hair or pulling it out and was going to eat it.
Oh, ew.
You should just move to California. Not California, Colorado. Colorado.
Whatever. Okay, well, since this video is going on for so long at this point, we're gonna end it there. Hopefully you guys got some... I don't know, I hope people that watch this are afraid to change their name, just understand that you don't have to. Because when I watched videos, everybody changed their name. I know some of them changed it to, like, they were very close to their name, and I understood that.
Like the male definition of their name.
Yeah. But I don't really have one. Because mine is a male name. So, just know you don't have to change your name. I don't know, it's just... I've never seen a story like ours that we're halfway, or anything like that. There might be one, and I just don't watch those. I watched a few of those videos. Found some YouTubers like that. Or found transitioning YouTubers like Ty. What's his last name?
Turner.
Ty Turner. But he's been fully transitioned for like 3 years. Well, I guess it's never fully. But I started watching him like 2 years ago, when he was still going through it. But yeah, we're just gonna end the video there, so. See you later, guys.